In the remote depths of Siberia, under the pale illumination of the midnight sun, there exists a place where time seems to pause. An unyielding wilderness, thick with secrets and untold stories. It's here, in the swaying embrace of the larch and birch forests, that the whisper of an old enigma persists. This is ground zero for one of the most perplexing scientific mysteries of the early 20th century, a puzzle that began on a clear morning in June of 1908. As the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, a brilliant flash traversed the Siberian sky, a fiery apparition that seared a path across the heavens. Moments later, the stillness of the taiga was shattered by an explosion so mighty it shook the earth beneath and flattened trees within a staggering radius. Witnesses, scattered across isolated villages, described the sky as if it had torn in two. A massive column of air rippled outward like a breath of fury unleashed, leaving behind a desolate swath of charred terrain, yet strangely devoid of the human toll one might expect. The epicenter of this cataclysm lay near the Podkamenaya Tunguska River, a region offering few clues but endless speculation. Initial reports of the event trickled across Russia, reaching the desks of scientists whose minds were ignited by this cosmic anomaly. One such mind belonged to the mineralogist Leonid Kulik, who would later dedicate years to the Tunguska mystery, fueled by tales that resonated with echoes of an impossible catastrophe. Historical context paints a vivid picture of Russia at this time, a land steeped in tradition and superstition, slowly awakening to the call of scientific inquiry. Kulik, undeterred by the sparsity of local lore and the challenges of traversing such inhospitable terrain, embarked on a mission to uncover the force that had upset the Siberian tranquility. His rugged expeditions laid the groundwork for what would eventually become a cornerstone of 20th century astrophysics. However, questions lingered. What exactly had caused this unparalleled destruction? Was it truly the result of a meteor exploding above the Earth, as many were inclined to believe? Or did the answers lie in something far more enigmatic, perhaps a hidden hand guiding natural forces beyond our comprehension? As the winds of Siberia continue to whisper secrets of the past, the enigma of the Tunguska event remains, a testament to the Earth's mysterious and unpredictable power. The remote forests of Siberia had returned to their haunting stillness years after the cataclysmic event of 1908 that transformed so much of the landscape. But the echoes of the Tunguska explosion lingered in both nature and the imaginations of those who dared to inquire what truly happened. Beyond the initial brute force of the blast, which felled trees by the millions and displaced wildlife in a ripple across vast expanses. Scientists arrived years later to confront the enigmatic aftermath. Accounts from those who witnessed the great shock wave, like stories whispered among the trees, described a fiery body ripping through the sky, accompanied by deafening booms akin to artillery fire. However, the heart of the mystery lay in the absence of an obvious crater. Instead, the scene was a waking nightmare of charred stumps and eerily flattened pines extending for over 2,000 square kilometers. Investigators, trudging through bois and swamp, could only speculate based on the scorched remnants. Was it indeed a meteoric fragment, or something more unfathomable? Theories unfurled as abundantly as the greenery that fought to overshadow the scars. Some suggested an exploding comet made of ice. Others posited weird, alternative hypotheses that danced on the fringe of credibility. Yet, something about the strangest event in living memory refused to settle into a neat conclusion. Soviet geophysicists in the early half of the 20th century pored over magnetic anomalies, wondering if perhaps Earth's magnetic field played a cataclysmic role in the twist of fate that flattened the great swath of cedar and pine. Dwelling on the esoteric nature of the puzzle, a Russian physicist would famously remark, "It teaches us not to attribute blindly to nature what might have causes in the human-ordained universe," a sentiment that echoed among skeptical thinkers of the era. As the 20th century advanced, advancing satellite technology and computational models did little to entirely banish the mists of uncertainty surrounding the Tunguska event. Although meteor explosions high in the atmosphere were accepted by many as the likeliest explanation, the discussions remained vibrant, fueled by curiosity and the undying flame of discovery inherent in human nature. In the end, the Tunguska event remains an astounding reminder of our fragile place in a cosmos not always benign. We stand knowing that answers may forever stay just beyond the horizon, mirroring the resilient wilds of Siberia that conceal this great unanswered question, but whisper eternally of its legacy. As we conclude our journey through the enigmatic skies over Siberia, the Tunguska event remains a haunting reminder of nature's unpredictable power. Over a century later, scientists continue to unravel its mysteries, bridging the past and future with each discovery. Thank you for joining us in exploring one of the most captivating scientific enigmas of the early 20th century. If you've been intrigued by this story, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. And remember, beneath the silent forests and untouched wilderness lie stories waiting to be told. What other secrets might the earth be hiding? just beyond our reach.